I think on the issue of the racist DA MP, we've made our views very clear as the Youth League that we've called upon the DA, if they really want to work with us in this government of unity, they must suspend him, because the ANC does not associate with anybody who's racist and who's anti our non-racial agenda. We have been clear on that move. On the racial one, and I can see the DS acted on him, and we wish that they will further expel him. On state, there is in demand, not settling for less is not his decision to make. There is no DA that determines what happens in the government of national unity. They are invited, they are invitees. I can't invite you to my house. Then when you get to my house, you tell me how to put my furniture. They are invited. If you don't want to be part of the invitee, they must leave. Everyone is invited. Those that don't come, they did not come. Others of Nkanja, they did not come. EFF was invited, they made demands. If they don't get their demands, they make noise, they did not come. Those who are with here, you can't tell us who to invite, who not to invite to our house. If you're not happy with the government of national unity, you move out, we work with those who want to work here in the government of national unity. Now, there is no DA that is going to babysit the ANC. That will never happen. If the ANC does that, we'll be the first to call it out, because you can't babysit a person in their own house. It's us who have been voted by the majority in South Africa, where you don't have, we're the largest party, but you don't have the majority to come in alone. We've invited everyone to come in with. Now, I think what you must know is that the ANC invited people into the government of national unity. Now, the president of the ANC still has the powers to decide who he wants where. Now, there is no discussion that is going to happen where other political parties who come into this government of national unity must make decisions for the president of the ANC. Now, those powers have not been given out. Those are the powers of the president of the ANC, who is the president of the country now. Now, on that one, obviously, we will be giving the president that responsibility to appoint. On the issue of the deputy president being attacked by the DA, the policy of the ANC says that those that have been charged, they must step aside. The deputy president of the ANC is not charged by anybody. Now, if the DA says that I've got enough evidence, they must allow the law institutions to take its course. We can't be told by them that our deputy president is corrupt when institutions of the state have not charged him. Now, on that one is clear. The ANC policies will act if the deputy president of the ANC is charged of corruption. Until then, he still remains the deputy president of the ANC, and we know that he might also be appointed as the deputy president of the country, because that's how the ANC operates. On the issue of left parties, in South Africa, there's only one left party, the Communist Party. I've been repeating that. There's no any other left party. All of these organizations that we call left parties are funded by white monopoly capital to remove the ANC out of power. If you want to do it, verify it, go and check where they get their funding for. There's nothing left about them. They are organizations that are funded to erode the base of the ANC and to take the ANC out of power so that they reverse the gains of freedom. Now, they remain the enemy. There is no difference between them and other ones who want to take the ANC out of power. And some of them have said it publicly that they are formed to remove, or they even call it unplug. They are formed to unplug the ANC everywhere out of power, including the removal of all ambassadors. Now, you can't say those people are progressive people that you can work with. South Africans did not give us a full mandate. South Africans gave us 40%. And South Africans are accepting that we need to invite other political parties to form a government of national unity for us to be able to push and continue our program of resolving all the socio-economic problems. Now, we've invited everybody. No one has been left out. We've invited everyone. Anyway, there's no political party in South Africa that does not want to take the ANC out of power. All of these political parties have invited. We've invited them because we want them to participate in the nation-building agenda of the ANC in the country. But we know that all of them, the obsession is to take the ANC out of power. The agreement says there must be consultations with parties that are part of the government of national unity. Now, consultation means that even when the ANC has got majority, it consults COSATU, it consults the SSCP, it consults the Youth League, it consults the Women's League. The president of the ANC, before he appoints cabinet or anything, he always consults. Now, it will not be something new. Now that we've been joined by other political parties, he'll obviously consult them. But consultation doesn't mean they make decisions for him. That means that he consult them. If they convince him, he'll make decisions that they want. If not, he'll make decisions that he believes that are good for the country. What should the ANC do to win elections? All the ANC must do to win elections is to deploy public servants who will deliver services to our people. We went to these elections with a high level of unemployment. It was a disaster already. That's why as the Youth League, we have declared unemployment a disaster in South Africa. Now, resolve the issue of unemployment, reindustrialize the economy, resolve the issue of service delivery, resolve the issue of crime. The African National Congress will not even have to do door-to-door. Everyone will go out in numbers to go and vote for the African National Congress. Now, we admit that in some areas we have not been doing very well. We went to this election with the collapsed NEFSAS. Then we expect campuses to vote for the African National Congress. Students went to these elections to punish the African National Congress because of a program that we've given them and committed for them to benefit them. Because we acknowledge that the same students that we say they can afford in primary level and in high school level are the same students who can afford in tertiary. That's why the ANC has set up a funding system called NEFSAS to resolve, to make sure the students, they go to university, they get accommodation, and all of those issues are resolved. We went there was a payment issues, NEFSAS was under administration, it was chaos. And if we improve also those areas, a lot of these young people in campuses will continue to vote for the African National Congress, because when NEFSAS works, they do vote for the African National Congress. They say that they want the youth as ministers, they want the youth as deputy ministers, they want the youth as chairperson of committees, they want the youth as whips, they want the youth in boards, they want... South Africa demographics are clear that majority are young people. Now, we are looking for that. What are the people that happen in KZN? Instead, we're going to be very hard on them, because even if we're given 3 people, one of them must be a young person. Now in KZN, they appointed 3 old people. One of the happy with that was saying that they must urgently remove one and put a young person, because all of us are part of this government of national unity. The youth are part of it, women are part of it, everyone is part of it. Now, youth must be represented, women must be represented. Now, it can't be an excuse that because we have no majority, youth and women must be excluded. And the biggest voters in South Africa, or the biggest participators in this economy, are women and youth. Now, we really have to have KZN acting on making sure that at least one of them must be conscious enough to make space for a young person. I think I've tried to answer some of the questions. What I've left out, I think the officials might try to come in. Thanks.